Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of bulk me and watch it lose.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
180. Mike, 49. Yes.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third. Long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey, switch! Tyler! Watch twist! Watch twist! Curl.
Here's Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Foles. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A pass complete here to Conley, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Able to bring it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Set 180. Set 180.
I got it. Jim.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, Roy. Red.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunate for them.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw, Rivers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing.
And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and goal for Rivers. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Keeper.
They'll drop the throw. Caught here by Conley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Rivers now from the 50. Well, this is caught by Williams. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man is Gordon, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Ready! Ready! 17 yards. Get that quarterback! Hey, 79! 79! Switch it, come on, switch it. Behind!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Blue. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Don't say nothing. Flat. 49.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number one.
Hey, seam six. You better be afraid of me. You better go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
14.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room. And
he's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, sound one, sound one.
10. Watch out.
Blue draw quarters.
Again, it's Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The end result, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What we got?
That's track.
13, 13.
37-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You.
Great.
49, guys. Mike, 40.
Get him.
Go.
Here's Foles. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike's 49.
Kill.
They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. And able to find Conley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike, 49. Check the out.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more...
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
180.
49 to Mike. 49.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. A spin. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, zoom.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Foles. Conley's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Foles. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Chargers go here, it's Rivers. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position. And obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.